This playthrough is rated M for mature.
It's time to show some masks who's boss. Greetings and salutations, viewers. We're back here with another episode of Shadow Hearts. In the last episode, we finished the cave temple. We've done the ancient runes. We've cleared out a good deal of side quests. There's only a handful left to go, but we'll get to those eventually. I'll probably end up doing this final dungeon at least a little bit to do that, and then you do have to do that to unlock some of the last bit. However, there's one thing we can't do before the dungeon, unless you want to get to the end of the game and get the bad ending, is, well, we've built up our malice here, and over the course of the game we fought malice and we hit it at a certain point. Remember during the story where Alice took on Yuri's malice, where you can only get it when she's in the party? Well, something else happened during your encounters there. You know this gravestone over the course of the game? It had been there before, but if you read it, it would have been illegible. Well, now a new name has been carved into it. Rest in peace, Alice Elliot. That's definitely what's carved on this tiny tombstone. Now, if you don't read this and you still do what I'm about to do, the ending can still be bad because Yuri's an idiot and he needs it spelled out to him to figure out what to do. So what that means is Alice is doomed to die unless we can fix it. And what we need to do is we need to defeat the mass there as they float by. However, if we fight them without a certain item, they are very tough encounters, and if you don't do it before the Namaton Monastery, then they stay as is and nothing really changes. And they're pretty difficult because of what they can do. They have an ability which affects the Judgement Ring automatically, and it doesn't matter if you have crucifixes, it automatically works. However, we get one valuable that Joshua gave to us, which is weird as a little child they gave it to us, but hey. He gave us the Oath Grail, which gives us a clue on how to save Alice. Death-drunken souls told the Overlord how to beat the four mess. Grail weakens gold. Gold staff. Staff sword and sword. Drink, my oath is to the Grail. This is how we beat them, and by having this Grail, we automatically drop their stats when we encounter them in fights. And you do have to have Alice for the fights with the mask because she accrues malice. Even when I maxed out my malice, if you ran around without Alice, the mask will not appear. So we need to have her to fight them. They do drop a lot of experience and money, so obviously put one of your weaker party members that needs a bit of levels and the monkey rings to help get some experience for that. But we do have to fight them in a very specific order to save Alice. So let's get the start. It doesn't really matter where you go as long as you have Alice in the party. So I think the easiest way is let's just go to the dollhouse. Interesting enough, if you go to the dollhouse without Alice in your crew, Yuri walks in and says there's nothing to do here and then walks away. So what I just need to do is need to get a random encounter activated. Now the thing is, because actually, am I healed and everything? No, I didn't heal myself properly. Forgot to well, you know, I'm going to rest really quick, and then I will try to get a combat started here in the dollhouse. I'll be right back. Okay, so I activated the guys, but this isn't who I wanted. Little girl, I've come for your soul. Behold my power. Popping shock. Popping shock. Shrinking Judgement Ring abnormality. Cannot restore with items either. That makes it pretty annoying, as it were, but we don't want to fight this guy actually. So, well, there's the staff guy, but I don't want to fight him either. But I want to show his dialogue when he tries to attack us. Little girl, show your soul to me. She behold such power. Tight shock. Tight shock. Having Judgement Ring abnormality. Cannot restore the items either. Yeah, see, but anyway, run away. There we go. Finally got the Grail guy. God, it took a while, and I got a bunch of random attacks. Well, your soul is mine, little girl. What is this cup? My strength is... The Oath Grail. Hit areas is double in size. Yeah, like usually if you're not going in order, then the Oath Grail doesn't work. But if you go in order like you're supposed to, the Oath Grail protects you against their abilities. Now, the Oath Grail, the Grail Mask, if you do not have the Oath Grail, he will inflict Blind Ring on you. So that means you can't see anything. But luckily, we have the Oath Grail, so it doubles our hit attack. So... there's two different stat versions for Grail Mask. Before he's hit with the Grail, he's got 2,000 HP, max MP. He has a decent attack at 405, weak physical defense, and weak spirit defense. But he can cast Blind Shock, Dragon Cry, and SP lowering. But if you have the Grail unlocked, a hit on him, then his HP drops to 1,500. He still has max MP. His physical, all his stats drop almost by half. Like his physical attack drops to 203, and his physical defense drops to 25. Still the same experience, a cast drop or whatever. And there is one more form of him, but we do have to beat him first. But this guy isn't too heinous because of what he is, so we'll just attack him. And I wanted to bring one of my weakest party members with me to get some experience for doing this. So, but we're just gonna attack him because, well, actually, I guess I could use magic, but eh. Look at all that damage I'm doing. Holy crap. Let's see, 4. So I almost did 1,000 damage to him by myself. So very nice. Actually, I don't even think he has a... Oh, yeah, and his element is water. So actually, Zhu Jin probably would have been a pretty good place to bring here for purposely for doing attacks on him. Because I do have that, you know, armor on him that protects him from water. But, oh well. But then again, Margaret does already is water, so she'd take less damage automatically, so... Yeah, we're just wrecking him with the Oath Grail, so... Actually, let's show off one of Margaret's new moves. You get this if you hit level 38, is the Bazooka ability. Damages all enemies with liquid nitrogen. Nah, didn't get the perfect. Oh well.
Yeah, I could use some help here.
Funny. Yeah, that's fine. We should be able to beat him before that really affects anything, so... Yeah, you could have quit willpowers on you, but I don't think it's that big of a deal for this fight, so... We'll just hit him with a less light again. Oh, almost missed that this time. Koudelka with double the area of effect with the Grail. And he's down. Down for the count. Alright, nice. Look at that experience there. And now we're getting a level? Yeah. And if we didn't already have max, he would have given us 5 and everything. So, in our souls. So that's the first of the masks. So now that I've gained some levels, I want to go ahead and swap Margaret out for someone else. Mainly because, I mean, she's more of a physical fighter anyway. So I want to bring someone in who's more of a special user, because the next creature requires a, see, I believe it's, yeah, requires a little bit of a different touch. So I'll be right back in a second. Well, this isn't what I wanted, but I want to show his reaction before we hit him with the Grail mask. Kiki, little girl, give me your soul. Behold my power. Fast shock. Fast shock. Speeding Judgement Ring abnormality. Cannot restore the items. So yeah, fast. But we're not going to fight him now. So I need to find the gold mask. So. Oh, well, I guess I could show this. When you beat the mask, they turn into this husk form. Come on, I'll get you sure next time. But yeah, when you beat the mask, they permanently turn into this withered form, or whatever you want to call it. And they're really pathetic at this age. They only have 10 HP, max MP, still water elemental. His physical stats are all at 1, except for his agility and luck, which are okay high. He can use the Flash Flood ability, which is a water attack that hits everyone. And he doesn't get much experience either. He does drop 5 souls of everything, so if you're still behind on soul gathering, hey, there you go. And he also drops a Terror Leaf. So, let's just punch him in the face. And if you want to complete your bestiary, you do need to, like 100%, you do actually need to fight these versions of them as well, so. Ah, there we go. Found the gold mask. Took a hot minute to get him to pop back again. I'll show you the powerlessness of the trinket, the Grail mask. Alright, well, I've got that thing, so, you know, you can't do what you got to do, man. I've got you. But yeah, as you can tell with the Grail, they don't have that like aura around them anymore. But anyway, the gold mask, if we didn't have the Grail thing on, then he would have had 3,500 HP, max MP, 540 physical attack, 8,000 physical defense. Yeah, you can't hit him with you could hit him with physical, but do like 1 damage. This guy's a special attack type of guy. Special attack decent at 113, special defense really low at 20. That's why you're supposed to hit him with special attacks or spirit attacks. Sorry. And agility of luck is at 60. He could have cast the popping shock ability, which is what messes with your ring, the strike ability, and the SP lowering. And he's immune to physical attacks here as his immunity. So yeah, that's why it's 8,000. So he gets the same experience and cash gain from his previous carnations, and he drops a ring item as well. Then let's see. And then with the Grail, he's now dropped to 2,625 HP, still max MP. His physical attack is still 270. His physical defense is still 8,000, so you still have to hit him with special attacks. But his special defense went down by 10 to 10. And he only has the strike ability, SP lowering ability. So, and he also has a withered form, which we'll fight eventually. But actually, no, that's fine. I'll use the end on him. That might be a little overkill, but or demon rays actually. I'll use that instead because that's a better on that. So, actually, probably should have switched to the earth or air guy, which I do have. It's just I so often switch to Amon that I just did it out of habit. You know. Yeah, we'll cast a little less light on you. Still get hurt by physical defense. This is why I brought Haley with me, so I could cast Wind Shot with him on the Gold Mask, since he's Earth Elemental. Yeah, see, we're doing decent damage, but definitely not as much as before. So, and I could technically, well, nah. Never mind. I was gonna do something else, but nah. Let's just fight him.
I hate you. I hate you.
Quit being an emo teenager, Haley. Yeah, we're definitely not wrecking him as before because we have to use, special attacks, which my physical attacks are always better. Yeah, that's the ability that Lobo uses on us. But yeah, because of the Grail, he doesn't hardly do any damage to us. So. Oh, shoot. Oh, well, whatever. I didn't think I'd mess up that, or was that close, but oh well. Well, now we have to do one more turn against him because I messed up. Oh well. Because if we hit with everyone, that's almost 1,000 damage. Per go, but I missed with mine, so we're at 1,500, so got another 1,000 to go, so let's try it again, and hit this time, please. Yeah, I'm not trying for a perfect on that, so. Alright, you guys do SP lowering? Yep. I said if we had willpower, it'd be, would have been a pretty solid option to hit him with, but we didn't. So yeah, with the Grail with the Grail Cup, it definitely helps these fights make them a lot easier. Without them, they're pretty tough, just because of the whole ring abnormality thing. I mean, I could still do it like the blind ring. It's basically just me with willpower. Basically, just be me attacking with Yuri, and I leave everyone else out of it. So, but he is Dungeon Rings. All right, 2 masks to go. Oh, and Alice gets her final ability in the game. Or, no, wait, yes. Let's show that off. Sorry, I went through it really fast. So, anyway, gets her final ability in the game, the Advent spell. It's a really good spell, and this will help her fighting in the pit rings, pit fights, because we actually do want to use her in the pit fights this time. But anyway, Advent. It's 120 MP cost. Summons a guardian to heavily damage all enemies. This is the only way Alice is going to do any damage when you put her in the pit fight. So, yeah, I'm glad we finally hit that, so I don't have to worry about her anymore. So, but we still need to level up more people. All right, so our next thing is the Staff Cup. So I need to. This would probably be a good time to switch to Margaret, since I already did Margaret. Though I'm gonna switch to some. Well, actually, I'll look at the levels and I'll be right back. So. Hey, we actually got the staff guy in order. Nice. Feel the wrath of the gold mask. Well, and you don't have your power anymore, so you're done, son. But anyway, this is the staff mask. Obviously, you can tell he's been grailed. But in his original form, he would have had 3,000 HP, max MP. He's fire element. His physical attacks would have been 270, physical defense at 20. Yeah, he's got real low, so we can just smack the crap out of him. Spirit attack at 225, and his special spirit defense is at 8,000, so it means he's immune to special attack, so you have to physically attack him. Agility at 60, luck at 60. He could use the tight shock ability, which is that ring ability we showed earlier. He also can use Hellfire and SP lowering. And he drops the same experience gain and cash gain. He drops the Lazarite ring. I did get the other rings from the other guys. I forgot to go over them. I'll just go over them when we're done with this whole thing. And he does the same soul drop as everyone else. With the Grail, though, his HP is dropped to 2,250, max MP. His physical attacks was 135, physical defense went to 10, special attack went dropped to 113, and his agility and luck dropped to 45, and he can only do the Hellfire and SP lowering ability. So let's just switch to someone with a great physical attack and just beat the crud out of him. Oops. Oh well, whatever. Still doing a lot of damage anyway, so. I'm just going to defend with Alice just because her physical attack's just not really worth doing. So, and since this guy's fire, let's go ahead and put Aqua Edge on Yuri.
Yeah, I could use some help.
Just to get a little bit more damage, so.
Oi.
And since it's physical attack, it doesn't really matter which fusion you use. And yeah, his damage is just null. Really, the only thing that's going to hurt us is his SP lowering, really. Yeah, just keep defending with you, no point. I could have cast Aqua Edge on her, I guess, but Yuri's really the tank of this group, the damage dealer. So, there he goes. Alright. Everyone gained a level. Nice. Then we got the ring as well, so. Alright, the staff mask is done. So, one more left to go, the sword. So, let me go ahead and pull up a weaker party member so I can use that against him. So, I'll be right back. Alright, there's the sword mask. I wasn't expecting to get him. I still need to do the look what you've done to my staff mask. Well, too bad for you. You're going down, buddy. Anyway, this is the sword mask. At original strength, he would have been at 2,500 MP or HP, max MP, which is 999. He's wind elemental. He's got 405 physical attack, 50 physical, 169 spirit, 45 spirit defense, 90 agility, and 50 luck. And he would have cast the fast lock ability, but we got rid of that because of the Grail thing. So now he's at 1875 HP, still max MP. He's got 203 physical attack, 23 physical defense, 85 spirit attack, 22 spirit defense, 68 agility, and 38 luck. And now he can cast Shock Barrage and SP lowering on him. So, yeah, he has no strengths or weaknesses, so we can just attack the crap out of him. So, whatever you feel. Like I said, you know, you could probably use. I could have gone into Lobo to fight him, for example, but once again, physical attacking just is better in this, at least for me anyway. Just look at that, especially with aim on. I brought Zhu Jin just because he needs the levels, so he's a bit behind. Oh yeah, I guess I could have showed off Advent. Well, I'll be showing that off when I do the pit fights with Alice anyway, so. Not bad damage. And he does have an earth ability, so, which is the corpse arms, so. And I said it gives Yujin some experience since he's a bit behind. I'm hoping to get everyone at least, not to level 50 per se, but pretty close, because that's when everyone gets their final abilities, is by right before level 50. Luckily, Alice has already gotten all of hers, and Yuri, his abilities are based off his fusion. So, anyway, the sword mask is defeated. And we get the Obsidian Ring, and everyone gains a level. And Jujin gets the Thunder Roar ability. Alright, let's show that off. There, Jujin. The Thunder Roar costs 90. It's a wind elemental. Attacks all enemies with a severe thunderstorm. Very nice indeed. Alright, so that means all of them are done. But we do need to fight them 3 more times in the or in their weakened form. So I'm going to run around until I find those, and then I'll show you how that looks like in the graveyard. And I'll go over, obviously, the library for that. So I'll be back in a second. Alright, there's the decapitated sword mask. Or gold mask, I mean. You brats. But same thing, he only has 10 HP, 1 in everything, so we can just punch him in the face, so. Yeah, very easy, so. So yeah, Malice no longer is a threat, so. But anyway, yeah, he also drops a Terror Leaf for that, so. Alright, now I'll be back when I either find the staff mask or the sword mask. Oh, finally, jeez. It takes forever to get some of these guys to appear because of a... poor me. It sometimes gets these guys hard to appear because there's still regular encounters, and there's the masks, and there's the 4 different masks, so you have to wait until you get that one mask. I don't know if I'll show it, but the Grail mask had popped up a couple times, and he says, I'll get you this time. Like, he's really trying very hard to beat us, and we're like, alright, calm down, buddy. Oops. I don't need to hit 3 times to this guy. He's only got 10 HP. So, yep, sorry, dude. No more for you. So, alright. I'll be back when I find this final sword mask in his decapitated form, and then we'll encounter them in the graveyard and see how they act now. Ah, there we go. We finally got the sword guy. Gah. I might leave in the part where I was getting frustrated, because I was feeling, no. Behold the strength of the 4 masks! You've got nothing left, buddy. I was getting frustrated because I fought like, I swear I fought like 50 fights before I got to this guy, like, and I gained a few levels for everyone too, so. Alright, that's it. So now we can now leave and go to the graveyard. Now we've maxed everyone out, so let's take a look at the library information for these guys. Alright, let's show off the different versions. So we've got the Sword Mask, Dark Soul waiting for the moment the Dark World opens up to the world at large. It represents the Harmoxer's violent desires. Yeah, look at that. The Grail Mask, Dark Soul waiting for the moment of the Dark World opens up to the world at large. It represents the Harmoxer's worldly desires. They almost never get to see their full combo because they usually don't do it. The Staff Mask. It's the same first description. It represents the Harmoxer's desire to be lazy. Kind of reminds me of a guy from Crash Bandicoot. I forgot the Tiki Mask guy. And finally, the Gold Mask, the lion-looking thing. It represents the Harmoxer's greed. That's the password, you know. Anyway, and then there's the dilapidated versions of them. It represents the Harmoxer's violent desires. It lost against the Harmoxer's conscience, and defeat made it stronger. But defeat made it stronger. Yeah, sure, buddy. Whatever denial, whatever river in Egypt you're talking about. Dark Soul that represents the Harmoxer's worldly pleasures. It lost against the Harmoxer's conscience, but defeat made it stronger. Man, these guys are so full of themselves. Dark Soul that represents the Harmoxer's laziness. But yeah, same description. I think it's the same on all of them. Yep, okay, so. Yeah, that's it for all of them, so. Let's see. How are we doing on numbers? Yeah, we're doing pretty good. We're still missing some, as you can see there, but that's for the finale and a couple other things. But we're not quite done with the masks yet. Let's go ahead and clear out. Or let's take a look at them in the graveyard. And let's take a look at that gravestone. Is it the same? Huh, her name's still there, but how do we fix that? Soon, viewers, soon. Let's take a look at the masks. You wish to quiet the malice? No, not really. Actually, we don't have to do it anymore, but yeah, they're not bobbing up and down. They're just stuck there now for all eternity. But there's one final thing to do to clear them out. And to do that, we need to head on to the plot. So, episode might be a little long depending how I string it together. But let's head on to Roger Bacon's house and finish this up. Oh, yeah, I have to, we have to talk to Roger, by the way. So before we do that, we want to make sure... Oh, yeah. Let me go outside really quick. I forgot to heal. I'll just use a tent, whatever. Okay, now we can go inside. Doesn't matter who your third-party member is for this, because they won't matter. So I want to make sure that we have the crucifix on and willpowers for this on Yuri and Alice. Definitely we need those on both. So we'll take off the thief earrings. Well, actually, we don't need the monkey earrings on this one. So actually, I'll go ahead and just equip the priest earrings on that and the willpower. And obviously, if you've got their best equipment on, equip that too, obviously. But yeah, it doesn't matter who the third party member is. So let's go and talk to Roger and make our way back to the float, right? I mean, we are going to do that, but he must be done with his teleportation device by now. All right, Roger, how are things going? Ready to go? Ah, you came back. I'm still working on adjusting the teleporter now. Please have some rest. Everything is going to be done before y'all go up. All right, we'll take a rest then. What the? We're back in the graveyard, but it's Alice this time again. Where are we? You mean you? It's the graveyard again. Well, let's take a look at everything. I'm sick of this same dream. It's almost as if the entire world was waiting for me. Yeah, that's true in more ways than one. The seal of earth is carved here. The consciousness within the seal flows into your mind. Fine, I will. I'll get on that train, and which woman do you want me to protect, huh? The seal of water is carved here. The consciousness within the seal flows into your mind. How dare this nasty girl after I saved her? Still, she's sort of cute. And he actually says that line in the... Yeah, that's Yuri, by the way. The seal of fire is carved here. The consciousness within the seal flows into your mind. Huh? How can she worry about that mud at a time like this? I'll never understand women. Oh, we're not quite done yet. The air is so heavy, it feels like it's crushing my heart. And we're not quite done yet, Alice. Let's take a look at everything else. The seal of light is carved here. The consciousness within the seal flows into your mind. You came all the way out here to save me? You idiot. How about this thing? The seal of wind is carved here. The consciousness within the seal flows into your mind. I get it. She lost her dad, too. She's really keeping it together. Me, I cried like a baby. How about you? The seal of darkness is carved here. The consciousness within the seal flows into your mind. She's smiling, eh? I'll do my best if there's something that I can do to help her. How about the thing? It still has my name on it. There's got to be a way to fix this. My own grave. Creepy. I don't know how... It's kind of like the gate is tightly shut. It kind of reminds me of a Christmas Carol situation. Same thing. Let's talk to the mask and see what they have to say. They're dilapidated. At long last we meet again. I was growing tired of waiting, little girl. Oh, it seems our spell has finally taken you. ... What's wrong, little girl? You struggle, but your soul's fate lies here. If you could, you would die for your love. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Go now to the depths of the evil dimension. As per the contract of your divine soul, you offered your life to us in return for your request. What awaits us inside the gravestone? I've actually never been in the crypt before. This will be interesting. I give welcome to the girl who offer her soul. Do you fear me? Oh, you? Who is this? Wow! Oh, God, that's freaky. I am Atman, the executioner of spirit sacrifice. I bring death to your soul. Hoping for someone to come and save you? Unfortunately, you're all alone here. No one is coming to your rescue. You're quite alone. Do you have any regrets about dying for that man? No, I have no regrets. Such a courageous girl. How delicious your pure, unsullied soul must be. Come, the final verge has been driven into the Judgement Ring. You'll become one with my darkness. Exclamation point, question mark. What was that noise? Hold on! Yuri! Now, if you didn't get the good ending and you didn't check the tombstone and you didn't do the thing with the mass, then Yuri doesn't come, and Alice basically gets destroyed by Atman and, well, leads to the bad ending. But in this case, we did right, so Yuri. Sorry I'm late. Those masks outside slow me down a bit. Impossible. You forced the door to the dark side open and enter the curse of death yourself? She's my woman. You're not taking her. Never. Oh, all right. Nothing wrong with fighting for your woman, am I right? It's fighting for your loved one. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, I don't care what anyone else says. Fighting for a loved one or trying to save them, no matter the odds, there's nothing wrong with that. You plan to break a contract for a soul to disrupt an ancient and holy ceremony? Don't make me laugh. Have you lost your mind? You're throwing your own precious life away. Maybe I am, so you better watch it, dumbass. Very well. If you think you can break my contract for the soul, give it your best shot. I'll give it my best shot. For boss time against Atman himself. He's got 4,000 HP, max MP at 999. He is new class, he's neutral class. Ugh, this guy's Cthulhian horror. He drops an item called the Moonstone Ring, which I will go over maybe next episode. He drops 50,000 experience and 2,000 cash. His big thing is for the most part, he'll target Alice, so you have to be careful and keep her HP up. He has a spell called Eradication, which is pretty heinous, which lowers her SP, but luckily we have the willpowers that'll protect us from it. And he does an event every once in a while attack Yuri. But anyway, let's summon our best guy to attack him, and or whoever you're comfortable with, whatever. And just attack him, so yeah. Not bad. Do about 600 damage per hit, so. Alright, I'm gonna best to defend just in case. Up here it comes. Yeah, basically what happens is he basically puts memories of her dead father into her mind. And what it does, it's supposed to lower SP and do a decent amount of damage. But because I blocked, it didn't do as much damage. But I still will heal with her because, you know. Yeah, we'll keep defending, so. And I'm actually a pretty high level at this point. I might be a bit overkill when it comes to Atman, just because of my level. I wasn't trying to grind levels. I was just trying to get the mask to appear, you know, so I could show off their library text. But yeah, he's gonna keep showing himself. I mean, that's the freakiest thing. Is just seeing the mask with multi eyes or whatever. I think it's 7 eyes actually. But yeah, I see Elliot shot in or whatever happened to him in the thing. So yeah, let's go ahead and cure ourselves this time. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about attacking with Alice. I mean, you can if you want to. I do have Advent, which does do a decent amount of damage. Maybe I'll do that. It's just because he always keeps attacking her, I would just feel it's more appropriate just to have her defend, to tell you the truth. Oh yeah, and obviously you want to have crucifixes on him, on your guys as well, because he can. Yeah, poked us to death, huh? Yeah, he can also status afflict us as well with his attacks. So, but luckily because we have the crucifixes and the willpowers on, it won't matter. Actually, it's more like 700 damage per turn. Yeah, let's actually, you know what? I haven't showed off Advent. Let's go ahead and show that off. Did she just summon the pyramid of the Freemasons? Yeah, pretty much. If you're familiar with American currency, the pyramid with the eye is on the American currency. I forgot what it actually represents. It's been forever since I studied that, but anyway. And yeah, that cutscene where she summons the thing. Yeah, did you see a certain shot in that? Well, do you know there's a way to affect like what you see in that shot? I'll talk about that whenever we get the items. One that we can't get till we do New Game Plus though. So. And Ant-Man is defeated. I can't believe the contract for the soul. Haha, all we have to do is punch the crap out of you and win. The Dragon Ball Z method. Why? No, don't say anything. I promised, didn't I, that I'd protect you? ... Come on, let's go. I want to say goodbye to this nasty place. Hey, I had a weird dream, and you were there. What happened? I heard a loud moan. Are you okay? I'm okay. It was just a scary dream. I'm fine now. You were here by my side the entire time? Huh? I guess so? Weird how Yuri doesn't even remember that. Thank you, Yuri.
I'm not sure when it was that I started to feel the way I do about you. You can be so short-tempered and foul-mouthed sometimes, and yet so graceful and strong and pure. Would you be surprised if I told you that I sometimes wished our journey together would never end? I don't know where that journey will end, but I'm frightened when I start to feel it coming. You've survived so many hardships since you were a child. Overcome such pain. I'm certain it was because your mother and father gave you so much love when you were small. And that's why, even if you don't put it in words, you're always teaching me just exactly what love is. I'm so grateful that I met you. So truly, truly grateful.
Aw, that was sweet. But now with that done, Roger Bacon's prepared to send us to the moon and back. What awaits us in the Nemeton Monastery? Aren't there other side quests we can do? But we must prepare and get our levels up. But find out what happens next time in the next episode as we head to the float in Shadow Hearts. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.